Okay, good morning students. So this is the revision video of chapter 6 tissue chapter. So first we would like to define what is tissue. Tissue is a group of cells having similar structure and function. In plants and animals, group of cells called tissue. They carry out specific function. So in this chapter we will study about plant tissue, the first half of the chapter, and the remaining half of the chapter we will go for animal tissue. So in this video we would like to finish the plant tissue. So this is the definition of group of cells called tissue. In human beings, cells of muscular tissue contract and relax and help in movement. In plant, the cells of vascular tissue, these are different functions of tissue is explained here. Okay, like types of muscles: smooth muscle, skeletal muscle, xylem, that is the animal tissues are explained here, and here plant tissues are explained here. These muscles we will study in the detail in the next part. Okay. So now we move to next slide. It's not moving. Hmm. Now the second slide we having difference between plant tissue and animal tissue. Okay, so plant tissue do not move from place to place. Animals can move place to place. They need more energy, and plants need less energy or provide. They remain stationary, so they provide mechanical support and strength to stay at one place, so they can face all the natural problems by environment provided. And the second point, growth of plant takes place only in some region. So this is the important part. In plants, there are certain part which can divide the cells, others all cannot. Like, but in animal, all the parts of the body can grow uniformly. Their brain will grow, skin will grow, bones will grow, every part. But in plants, there are certain areas which are fixed, and that is called meristematic tissue. Meristematic tissue we call. These tissues are the growing tissue or dividing tissue we call. Then next we have now plant tissue can be divided into two parts: meristematic tissue and permanent tissue. Okay. Now further, meristematic can be divided into apical, intercalary and lateral. Already we have discussed in the previous videos. So it is just a revision video just to remind you. And the permanent tissue can be divided into two: simple permanent and complex. Simple means they are having one type of tissues, and complex, three to four different types of tissues are there in group of cells or tissues. Okay, so oh sorry, simple. Hmm. Now we move to next slide. Just wait. Okay, so we can see in another slide. Move to next one. Okay, so here is the definition of meristematic tissue. Okay, apical means the tip of the plant, either it can be stem or root. Lateral, present on the sides of stem or roots. Okay, it increase the thickness of the stem, so that is lateral. Intercalary means present at the base of leaves or internodes or sometimes branches. Okay, branches are growing, so they are growing from the nodes, the point where they grows, that we call nodes. So that is intercalary meristematic tissue. Next is permanent tissues. In permanent we have simple permanent, parenchyma, collenchyma, sclerenchyma. If we see the overall, parenchyma have a loosely packed, they are thin walled, okay, and their main function is to store the food. Okay, they prepare the food and storage also they do. And collenchyma having less intercellular space, they give flexibility and allow easy bending of the branches. That's why monkey can jump on the collenchyma. The third one is sclerenchyma. They are dead tissues, dead thick wall cells. They contain lignin. Their cell wall contains lignin, which is act as a cement, and they give strength to the plant. In coconut coils, we can find the sclerenchyma tissues. So here in the diagram, you can see different types of tissues: collenchyma, parenchyma, shapes. Okay. Next we have, this is the same, but we have two. One is vertical section. Here down three you can see the longitudinal section or vertical, and first three we having cross sectional. Okay. Now permanent fundamental tissue. Now permanent fundamental tissues are, here is the function is given. Parenchyma, unspecialized cells with thin primary photosynthesis secretion, that is function. Okay. And second is collenchyma, elongated cells. They have given the table-like tabular structure, support in leaves and stems, living in maturity, uneven primary cells. And the third one is sclerenchyma. Their structure is elongated, very thick wall, secondary walls, dead at maturity. Most of them are dead. In this one, all are living, and it is mix of dead and live. So it is like everything is in sequence and arranged way. And then complex permanent tissue, we having xylem and phloem. Okay, xylem do the conduction of water and minerals, and phloem transport the food, especially the food prepared by photosynthesis. So this is what we have a different functions. Hmm. Okay. So here we end the class. Next time we will continue the revision of animal tissue. Thank you for listening. Have a nice day. Hmm.